Pressure, frosting, on the edge of taking everything. Life is a game I'm born to win it. See me burning through the atmosphere. I'm born to win. See, life is a game and I'm born to win. I'm born to win.
Good afternoon and welcome to the One Esports Dota 2 Singapore Major. We're halfway through the day and that means we have two upper division, upper bracket teams series going here. I'm very excited, so I'm lost in my words. I'm here with Tsunami and Gods. We were going to save me from tripping over everything.
I can tell you a story.
A story?
Yeah, would you like a story?
Oh God, is it this?
No. Not that story.
Not that story.
I have a different story that I could tell you. It's a Dota-related story.
Oh, okay, yeah, I would love a Dota-related story.
All right, so the year is 2017.
Oh, I know this story.
The patch
Love
is
it.
7.05. The tournament is the Kiev Major. 16 teams enter a 4-round Swiss group stage. Team Secret, undefeated, make it through to the top. SG Esports, South American representative, only win one game against OG, bottom of the groups. They enter a single elimination bracket. You know what happens? South America prevails 2-1 over Team Secret.
I had the same research, definitely not as epically told as you just did. Gods, I'm sure you remember that series still as well, because that was obviously everybody was blown out of the water by SG, but also the series itself was really good, really fun to watch.
Yeah, and they went on to lose in the next round to EG, but they showed it wasn't a fluke because they pushed EG 3 games. So South American Dota has always had these moments of brilliance, and I think they're happening more and more frequently. They're happening turn after tournament. Beast Coast at TI getting top 8. It's become a region on the same level as many other regions.
And the reason we are talking about South American Dota is because Thunder Predator has made a very, very good run in the group stages, making them top of the groups and having them in the upper bracket here in Singapore. And they have, the honor, the pleasure, maybe it's unfortunate, maybe not, I'm happy with it. They're going to go up against Team Secret. It was done randomly. They get to draw a straw. I don't know, do you guys consider this a good or a bad thing, facing Secret so early on in the tournament?
So their other options would have been EG or Fnatic or
VP.
IG or VP.
Yeah.
Yeah, Secret's not great. That's a rough turn of events. At least it's double elimination. They're in the upper bracket no matter what.
Yeah.
And so chances of them beating any of the teams is a tall order. This is number 1 DPC in each of their own regions, so it would have been a tough ask regardless. Secret, very difficult, but Thunder Predator did well against European Dota, so I think anything's possible.
Well, I was going to start with just asking straight off the bat. I know there's a lot of people at home that have Team Secret as their favorite to win the whole thing. Team Secret and IG, I think most people have as their top. But of course, we know that at the moment, the best team in Singapore is Thunder Predator. They have shown that in the group stages. Going into it, we know that Thunder Predator beat 2 EU teams like it was nothing. Who do you guys have favorite knowing all that? Like, do you guys think Secret is going to live up to their expectations, considering the rest of EU did not?
Yeah, I think Team Secret has proven time and time again they're the best team in the world at the end of the day. Even, before going back into this, regional bubbles that we've had where they've just been playing online, and I think the major has shown that the European region is not as good as everyone thought it is, but Team Secret is as good as everyone thinks they are. That applies to Europe, but not Team Secret. Team Secret, they won the last LAN events before we went into this lockdown. They had that 5-game series against EG that they came out on top of. These guys don't crack under pressure. They perform well on LAN. They're the favorites, but it's not heavy favorites.
Yeah, I have no reason to doubt Secret whatsoever. But I really want to see what game one looks like. Because I could also see Thunder Predator getting completely obliterated, and then we're like, it's Secret. It's Secret Dota. Of course this is going to happen. Although, in that Kiev Major Series, Secret won the first game.
Do want to also point out, though, that, a couple of years after that, 2019, lower bracket, TI9, infamous, got knocked out by Secret 2. Like, there was some revenge had already on the South American region from Secret at TI9, and so this is the big question, and not just for this series, but for all the series today, for at least for 3 of our series today. How much can you learn from looking at the game when other people play it, and how much can you, do you even want to implement anything of the things you've learned, or do you want to only use the things that you've practiced and studied for the last month, basically, right, Gods? How much do you learn from the group stage?
Yeah, I mean, I think we've seen 2 very different series so far where EG Fnatic came out, and at least EG were very much playing their style of Dota. I don't think they were trying to mimic and take away too much from what had been happening and going on during the group stage and wildcards. They just said, we're going to do what works for us. And then you had, the IG versus Vici series where Vici was one of those teams saying the meta. And I think the meta that we've been seeing was something that came more out of the China region than other regions. So IG kind of played to it a bit as well.
Even within the DPC itself, Secret went to the beat of their own drum. They were not picking what anyone else was picking. Yapzor had a incredibly wide hero pool. The whole Secret squad did. But even within tournaments, Secret does whatever they want to do.
Much to sometimes the frustration of their fans.
Yeah. It
doesn't always work.
Part stubbornness, part brilliance from Puppy.
Let's take a look at Yapzor and compare him to Moose, because we've had a lot of talk about the position 4s this tournament, and I think we're not gonna be done talking about them for a very long time, because it seems that this patch, or rather the meta that is evolving right now here in Singapore, revolves a lot around the position 4s and the movements and the tempo that they can set. These 2 position 4s, Gods, are actually fairly different.
Yeah, I mean, look at the hero damage. Moose is generally a lot more active, it feels like, dishing out a lot more damage in these fights, whereas I feel like Yapzor, the stereotype with him is a bit greedier, I think.
Yeah.
He plays a lot more of kind of those, I guess, no. It goes from like team fight specialist to playing these wonky 4s. He
gets farmed no matter what he's playing.
He'll bust out like a line or sniper when it was a 4-position sniper meta, and he's
Luna
playing
4 he was playing back in the day. Yeah. I actually did not expect that the bars would be this one-sided towards Moose. I thought most of the damage stats would be leaning towards Moose, and then the GPM stat would be like way on Yapzor's side.
I was a little surprised by,
but they were surprisingly even. So I don't really consider Moose to be that greedy.
I think there's also a reason for that a lot of the Secret games, this is all based on the whole DPC season, right? Mm-hmm. I think that there has been quite a few long games that Team Secret has been in. They only dropped 3 games throughout the entire season. Alliance took one of them, Tundra, then Mod Golems did, and OG did as well. But definitely a couple of long games in that as well. So all the stats are per minute, so then, they get a little bit watered down. But Team Secret is one of the only 2 teams in all the DPC leagues that has a 7-0 record in their region. So they claimed the top, and they made it look easy. They made the whole 2020 season look easy. And one of the things that you should know when you're watching Team Secret play is that they do all the little things right. You might not necessarily know how they're winning, but at some point, the later stage, it's actually normally feels very even Tsunami, but then at some point they're like, wait a second, what happened? How did they get so far ahead?
Yeah, I look at teams with Liquid and I'm all like, I can diagnose exactly what's going on. They are stacking a lot.
Yes.
They're getting a lot of these camps. I look at other teams and I'm like, they have picked lane dominators. That is why things are going well. With Secret, you're just like, everything has started going wrong for the enemy team and I don't know why.
Yeah. Strange.
It's part of the secret, on no pun intended, on why they're so good, is that you can't really analyze them like traditional teams. I'm sure Secret has been the gold standard for replays for every team in every region to see what are they doing so right, but it's just something that is the magic of the 5-man roster that you can't really replicate.
Yeah, on the other side though, God, Thunder Predator, they have the tempo set down. I think maybe, if Thunder Predator is able to take a game or the whole series, and I think they have what it takes, it will be because they set that tempo too high for Secret to be able to catch up on.
Yeah, and that's where they've caught numerous teams off guard. It's just they're playing fast-paced Dota. There's two supports. We highlighted Moose before, but also MJZ. These guys, they're running at people, usually with Leo style. They're just playing this very aggressive, fast-paced Dota, and I think as long as they have MNZ on one of those carries to take advantage of the space, that's when they're looking good. The few games they've lost, they haven't picked like the true carries. They lost with a Bloodseeker carry. They need to stick to those kind of Terror Blades, the Jugs, the heroes that can use the space that the rest of the team creates with that fast pace.
Now, there's also one thing that we already talked about, the Kiev Major and TI. I also still wanted to mention the CQ Major because the Leo Style and Frank actually have played against Team Secret. That was 2019? No, 18.
Yeah, 18 sounds
18?
accurate.
Sounds about right. No, it was 19.
It was? Time's a blur.
No, that's
Shanghai
last year.
Said
No,
Shanghai.
19. It was 19.
2 years ago.
Okay,
I
the
forgot
CQ
that
Major,
was in
gotcha.
2020 in between.
2 years ago.
Yes, so it was 19. But that was Thunder Predator, Leo Style, and Frank were part of Thunder Predator then already, and they got 0-2'd by Team Secret in the groups. So they only met there. Unfortunately, it didn't work out, but I just wanted to, make sure that we covered all our bases with that, The experience is there. I think that when we're talking about experience, it's a big thing because, yes, Frank and Leo Style have played on that big stage before, but at the same time, this Thunder Predator squad, relatively young, especially compared to Team Secret.
Yeah, and I think these are the series when you get into the playoffs where there's a lot more nerves, a lot more pressure. The last couple of days, it was just like,
More stress off their performances.
So this, wait a second, help me read this, because normally it's fairly easy. This is Secret always wins before 30 minutes?
yes. So yeah,
But so
Secret's the
does Thunder
orange
Predator.
So I'm saying Thunder Predator make the game go longer than 35 minutes because 35 minutes is your
Right.
weakest point apparently.
Yeah. Thunder Predator
that's
needs to be a
also their
short or a
weakest
long
Oh,
game.
brilliant! Yeah. I didn't consider that.
So they have to go ultra late, because that's
Yeah,
the
go
only
ultra
point where
late.
they're
That's what I'm
ahead.
talking about.
I mean, I wouldn't be opposed to see it, because that would mean an absolute bloodbath.
Yeah, although I don't really know if Minos has been excelling on ultra late carries necessarily. I think
so. I mean, maybe not excelling, but I think that's generally his comfort zone.
Okay.
Like, they haven't lost on Red King,
but
I
against
believe, yet.
Matu though, Matu Minos head to head, I'm looking forward to
Yep.
that.
Is that like your match to watch, your match up to watch?
Yeah, so we matched up Moose and Yapsor,
Yeah.
but I think that they have. Have to keep up no matter what, but piece towards the game will coincide.
Okay, fair enough. Strategies towards the game. I mean, the strategy is going to be mostly decided
Hit
by...
creeps.
Yes, that's true. Mostly decided by Puppy and MJZ. Puppy, of course, has Heen at his disposal. Helps a lot, especially if you want to try to dissect all the games that happened over the last 4 days. Do you think that Secret's maybe a little bit worried now that they know that all the people that they probably played against were like, wait a second, they're bad?
Yeah, everyone was so impressed. Oh, Secret, they wiped the floor with Europe, such a strong region. And Thunder Predator's like, we can wipe the floor with Europe. We'll do the same thing.
Yeah.
Liquid Alliance, yeah, we'll pour it them. Like, no problem.
Oh, I can't wait to see this happening, but in order for us to see the games happen, we have to have the players on the stage, so let's get that going. Let's take a look at Team Secret and Thunder Predator.
Welcome on stage, Thunder Predator. Welcome on stage, Team Secret.
Team Secret and Thunder Predator on stage here, ready for a best of 3 to decide which one of these two teams will continue in the upper division and which team will be dropping down to the lower bracket. We should stop saying division because they're in the playoffs. It's the bracket. It's a double elimination bracket. And, well, we're going to find out how it's going to play out. I think it is about time for us to start talking Dota, start talking some heroes. We have seen a lot of Thunder Predator already. Tsunami, I think Earth Spirit is going to be an interesting one to see if they can get their hands on that one. But is there any other hero that you think that they really want to try and pick up?
Lion is starting to make a bit of a resurgence. I can see that in Secret's hands. The carry pool has changed since Secret was playing the league. So they were playing, oh, perfect. We have this. Okay, so there was a lot of Ursa. I see that in the middle of both. Ursa's not really popular right now. Shaker, not really popular now, also in the middle.
I think we can safely say that the Shaker being there is from before the patch.
Yeah,
because these are, of course, the whole DPC season, the stats. So, yes, Deathcroft with Void Spirit expected there. One thing that I'm curious about, because we haven't really seen it a lot over the last 4 days, Puck was often played by Puppy during the DPC League itself.
Yeah, that's right.
At position 5, they played it on all positions almost, so...
Yeah, actually, then I'm also curious about Io, because Io was being played by Puppy, and I don't think Matu played any core Io, and so if Thunder Predator are afraid of that, that should be first phase banned by them. So that'll be another concern for them. Last one, I think, there was some Puppy Enchantress. There's a really wide hero pool that you need to be scared of.
And that's a hero we're still yet to see from really any region.
Yeah, exactly.
I think I've seen maybe one game in total, but during the DPC leagues, it was one of the most popular 5 positions because it was just so strong in lane.
Yeah, and the same thing goes for, like, if you're talking about Puppy heroes, his trio, in the old days, 2012, there was a poster, a Dota 2 poster, with all the heroes in it. 3 heroes were, like, sitting in a corner, and if you would ask Puppy to sign your poster, he would always sign his name big enough so that it would cover those 3 heroes.
Team Secret's turn to ban.
Now required, so also curious to see if Yaptor can follow suit with that, and if he can still manage to hit creeps with while doing that. Players look to be about ready to join the game, and hopefully the draft will be on our screen. Oh wow! Time is on our screens. The IO indeed banned, the Puck banned by Team Secret themselves. Yeah, Thunder Predator also has, of course, Leo style that plays that very well.
It's a very interesting dynamic, the draft, because Secret have so much footage on Thunder Predator, whereas Thunder Predator have none on Secret, at least none recent or relevant. And that's why they feel like they have to ban the IO. They showed in their last series they don't play IO. I think they had a game against Vici where IO was not picked or banned just because neither team plays it. So there's like, we don't play it, great, we can save a ban. Yeah. But they don't know if Secret plays it. Has Secret been scrimming carry IO? They don't know. So they're just going to...
No one knows, actually.
Yeah. So until there's more data on Secret, you kind of just have to respect ban some of these meta heroes.
That's part of the reason why I wasn't sure playing against Secret for Thunder Predator kind of sucks. But any team that they were going to play against, they would have had minimal intel.
But I think this is also the best chance the teams have to surprise Secret. It's like, this is Secret trying out something that they haven't tried on the big stage, so you can't 100% guarantee that it'll work. And
seconds
Thunder Predator
remaining.
having a great opening here because the Death Prophet has been
5
one of the
seconds
key
remaining.
heroes throughout the entire tournament
Dire
so far.
team pick.
Yeah, I'd look to some of those Tusk, Earth, and Elder Titan type heroes to be kind of popular for the 4 and 5 position now. Maybe Thunder Predator want to keep it open with Death Prophet since this hero can go.
They'll flex it 2, 3, 5. They'll take
Exactly.
it anywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, and I could mention that Death Prophet has a 100%
10
win rate on Thunder
seconds
Predator, but let's be
remaining.
real, they won so many games that most heroes will be
yeah.
100% or close
Yeah,
to
so
it.
I'm pretty sure
seconds
last time I asked you, I was just like, just tell me the teams that the heroes that they lost
Yeah,
on.
yeah.
And that's more useful to me.
Radiant team pick.
I really like Shaker gets picked up. I was going to say these heroes that can get out of the ice shards have been very popular when Tusk has been picked up. That's where a lot of teams have gone for like this 4th position Mirana, the Quops mid, just making it so that you kind of just take away one of Tusk's most important spells in the mid game.
For a brief period of
10
time, you
seconds
were able to walk
remaining.
through ice shards if you had the Axe shard on Shaker, but they have patched that
5
out
seconds
since.
remaining.
Thank goodness.
Yeah,
Pretty surprised to see Shaker in the first 2 still, though.
I'm very
Yes,
surprised.
that's
Especially, I'm sure that Clockwork is more than Puppy is more than willing to play a Clockwork 5.
Yeah, and the only... I mean, the only Shaker that Moose has played so far is when they second picked Shaker, it was Shadow Fiend Shaker versus a Tekken opener with Techies. So we all thought, that was just Thunder Predator asking, like, hey, Moose, what do you want to play? And he's like, I want to play Shaker. But then in Peruvian.
Probably.
Yeah. Would imagine
Wait, no, actually, we have if we get an interview with Thunder Predator, it will
would
be
be
with
Moose.
Moose.
Yeah.
Maybe he's practicing his English.
I mean, I
before the
don't think he
interview.
will do that to his teammates.
You got to practice it somewhere.
10
I
seconds
bet he gets
remaining.
plenty of it in his pubs. Didn't he also play on a North American team for a while?
Yeah.
So
5
I think he'll be
seconds
fine.
remaining.
If we are going to talk to him, though, he's got to win first.
That is
So
true.
we'll see if his Shaker will be able to do that. Mars picked up by Team Secret now. We know that Zai plays it. We can only imagine, like we've seen it in this tournament so far. We've seen it once, a position 5, but also mid.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a flex here.
Yeah, I think for Secret, you're playing your opening game of the tournament. I don't think you want to go too crazy with any kind of like putting Mars on a mid
Radiant
kind of role.
team
You kind of want to
ban.
stick to, Nisha playing a more, I would say, farming, high impact kind of mid laner that he's more used to.
Can't play Invoker. That seems like a very targeted ban because Invoker
Yeah.
is not ban worthy right now otherwise.
I mean, I think Thunder Prey is looking at what are some of
10
these
seconds
kind of
remaining.
high damage nuke heroes to kind of pair with the Mars arena.
5
right now,
seconds remaining.
you've got this Team 5 Mars, but there's not really much damage to dish
Dire
out to
team
go with
ban.
it.
Yeah, also irritating for Shaker to deal with if it's like a cold snap urn type Invoker. Because like if you pick a Shaker this early on, I feel like you need to put some effort into protecting it, which is why I'm not a fan of first phase Shaker. But if they have comfort on it, then try to enable it.
10
think
seconds
For
remaining.
Secret, they're kind of locked to the
Radiant
Tusk as a
team
5 now.
ban.
Like playing in that safe lane would be my guess. I mean, you can do the Tusk with the Mars, but I feel like we're more likely going to see one of those like ranged Yaps or like Lion type heroes pairing
Rubik.
up with the Mars. Rubik sounds. Oh, Rubik gets Shaker sounds
Yeah.
Or
great.
it will be a mid Mars by Nisha and Zai will play Tusk. We know that he
It's
also
a very
play-
real
10 seconds
possibility.
There is that
remaining.
possibility as well.
That's why, like, I normally against other teams, I'd be with you, Parker.
5
I'm like, I
seconds
don't think there's much
remaining.
flex potential. But
Dire
with
team
Secret,
ban.
literally any role can be flexed at any given moment.
Well, that's good. That's the question because that was one of the strengths of Team Liquid.
Yeah, but
They're in the lower bracket.
Secret beat everybody in Europe. So,
True.
like I said, until proven
10
otherwise, I
seconds.
have no
Okay,
reason to
okay,
doubt
okay.
Secret.
I'll respect that.
5 seconds remaining.
I guess the AA ban to protect Death Prophet. They could go Oracle on Thunder Predator.
They do like just Oracle in general. One of
Yeah.
their most big supports. Not even like to get like any kind of cheese. I mean, Oracle with the Death Prophet always sounds good. They do a lot of Oracle Troll, which is banned out, but there's other carries they could pair it with.
It is MJZ's most played hero this tournament, the Oracle.
Okay.
But then again, he also has played the Death Prophet, so they will have to reveal what role the Death Prophet will be if they do pick up the Oracle.
Yeah, they might consider just picking a mid laner fairly early on if they want to, because they don't have last pick, so they're theoretically getting counterpicked anyways.
Yeah.
That was the EG approach to the draft. They're like, we're just going to third pick this Storm Spirit and not care about the matchup because it's just going to be a good Storm game. It gives our mid laner this playmaking hero that can make rotations around the map to create space for our carry, and I think that's a similar approach that Thunder Predator generally take with Leo Style and MNZ.
Man, I hope they're not getting too much in their own head. Bring this much time on a second phase ban. Just chill. Just chill. You're already in the upper bracket. Life's good.
Radiant team.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure on them to perform. A lot of eyeballs.
Oh my gosh, I can't imagine.
And this is the test. It's not just the Dota that they're about to play, but also how they're indeed going to deal with the pressure.
Yeah.
And this is good practice because TI, there's going to be only that type of pressure every single game, every single pick that you do, every single movement that you make.
True.
Gotta be ready.
5 seconds remaining.
And they have the upside of not playing in front of a crowd. I think that actually helps them a bit at the moment. There's a stage,
Radiant
you get a little bit of dry run.
For a Southeast Asian crowd, though, I think a Singapore crowd would have gone nuts for any team that shows up. If it was a European tournament, I'd be with you. There'd be pin drop silence if Thunder Predator was doing well. But Southeast Asia, they will cheer for literally anything.
You got a good point.
You place a ward and the crowd goes nuts.
10 seconds remaining.
Especially if it's an epic war. We got a Jugger band out and a Phoenix
5
band
seconds
out, so
remaining.
still expecting another support to be picked up
Dire team.
from Thunder Predator, or at least by Secret.
Enchantress.
And they do end up going for the Enchantress.
We get to see at least one of our first Enchantresses here on the mainstream.
I think so, yeah.
So why is Enchantress so good?
It is a lane bully. I think this is the best 5 position when it comes to just
remaining.
securing your carry's lane. It forces your opponents generally to have to block all the
5
neutral
seconds
camps, because if you
remaining.
enchant one of the big creeps, you're going to be able to just do ridiculous amounts of damage and zone your opponents. And even if they are blocking it, the impetus is great for zoning people out anyway. So
Yeah, and Secret is a renowned vision team as well, and Enchantress just being able to casually steal a lane creep, send it into enemy territory, get some information is something that they are known to abuse.
it's a very tanky 5-2. And Puppy always likes to play these 5
Radiant
positions that can just
team.
get a couple like fluffy hats or in the past bracers and just kind of run in and scout with his body almost half the time. And with Untouchable, often you can be out of position, but you don't actually die. You're not really out of position. You're just getting your team a lot of info by being able to frontline as a support.
There's a great deal of magic damage on the side of Thunder Predator right now, though.
Yes.
So what
10
maybe
seconds remaining.
usually Enchantress is very suspiciously tanky, but I guess
5
this team.
seconds remaining.
I'm pretty surprised by the Keeper of the Light coming out. We have seen 7 series out of Thunder Predator, and it was like
Dire team
win matches.
pick.
They tried really hard. We felt like they were all in every single series that they played, but we have not yet seen them play Keeper of the Light.
Yeah. I wonder if they're going for some kind of chakra combination here.
The Ember is the one that we see
Ember's
the
the one
most.
that I was thinking,
Yeah.
exactly.
I don't know if they necessarily have to lane together, because I don't
10
think they
seconds
really want
remaining.
MNZ playing an
No.
Ember, but it
Yeah.
could just be a mid-game combo where you run an Ember mid. But
5
this Monkey King
seconds
pick is
remaining.
great, because I think Secret probably sees Colin like, okay, what are the problematic heroes? Bristleback as well as Ember Spirit, I think, are the two best, and
Yep.
Monkey King, good matchup versus both. It's never a bad Monkey King game. It's also a flex pick. Matu can play it, Nisha can play it mid, so now you get full
Dire
value
team
out of having the
ban.
last pick of the draft, because you can take either a mid or a carry for the game.
They
And
still
as
end up
you
going for the Bristle.
As you suspected, yeah. I do think that between the Bristle and the Ember, Bristle would have more success against a Monkey King. But it has already been kind of mitigated.
And
10 seconds
the Bristle's a
remaining.
hero that you can kind of, I think, lanes better with Coddle. The Ember generally wants the
5
solo XP, so you can do
seconds
Coddle Bristle,
remaining.
and it's probably not going to even maybe be against Monkey King. It's probably going to be against the Mars lane.
How are the invading options from Team Secret? Because correct me if I'm wrong, Enchantress Tusk are going to be pretty good at that.
Yeah, especially with a Coddle Bristle, you're going to be stacking up camps like crazy. So you really want to
10
make sure Secret
seconds
stays out of your
remaining.
base. It's just that I
5
don't really
seconds
feel
remaining.
like Mars will be too self-sufficient. And so if Enchantress and Tusk go on
Dire
adventures
team banned.
in the Dire Jungle, then I think that Mars might suffer in exchange.
Yeah.
Which, I mean, Zai's, that's kind of Zai's MO on Secret. It's to
fair.
suffer.
I also think what we're seeing right now is like if when they're going for those stacks, like with let's say level 7, level 8 Bristle, I don't know if Secret's gonna. These heroes don't have the best team fight that
10
early on.
seconds
Monkey King's not
remaining.
gonna be ready to fight.
Radiant team
The team fight is the
banned.
Mars arena really, so you're gonna have to bring the Mars to that. So unless they pick some kind of aggressive early mid game hero here, I feel like Secret's gonna actually have a tough time contesting those stacks.
I like them banning out some breaks. Slark with the potential Silver Edge, Viper.
Yep.
Sure you protect the bristleback.
Is there something left in
10
that they
seconds remaining.
could go for? They can fill that gap? Because I think we're looking at a Matu hero,
5
right? Or you want to
seconds
have
remaining.
Nisha play something other than the Monkey King? Or will Matu Monkey or Nisha Monkey?
I'm leaning Nisha Monkey right now. But yeah, they could do both.
I think it's going to, depend a bit on what the mid matchup might be. They're going to see what Thunder Predator gets, whether
Dire
I mean, Death
team
Prophet could be
pick.
mid. Right now, it's looking maybe more like an off-lane Death Prophet. It does feel like Thunder Predator needs something with, some catch, some playmaking potential. One of, the Spirit heroes always come to mind, the Ember, the Void Spirit. But those are heroes that don't lane well against the Monkey, and that's where Seeker is going to happily send Monkey King mid into
10
those melee
seconds
matchups.
remaining.
Could go Razor for Thunder Predator.
Radiant team, pick.
No,
Venomancer.
No.
Venomancer.
No.
Is this Team Liquid
Venom.
playing here with the Coddle, the Bristle, the Venom?
Vici also last picked a Venomancer, and they keep picking it against Monkey King. And like day one, I was on board. It was against Monkey King and Wraith King. Against Monkey King, it's great because he can't
10
really jump
seconds
into trees
remaining.
very easily because he's constantly under DOTs. But if you don't do
5
well in like the
seconds
first 7
remaining.
minutes, then Veno has no way of getting back into the game.
DOTs. Damage
really-
over time,
Correct,
by the
yes.
way.
I should-
You gotta keep it. You gotta keep that in
lot
mind.
of, lot of
there's a
anime
lot of
viewers,
exactly,
they're tuning
a lot
in.
of
New
Dota
player
fans.
experience.
Welcome. You're
Welcome.
gonna get some top tier Dota coming your way as we wait for the last pick of the favorite of the tournament, Team Secret.
I think Seeker will be thrown a bit off, but at the same time, I feel like Thunder Predator have kind of gone a bit away from the formula that's been working for them.
Yeah.
It's a bit less aggressive as far as the lanes go. It is very aggressive in the mid game. Like, they don't have that big carry to fall back on. They're very reliant on this mid game timing and push. This kind of death ball with an unkillable Bristleback in the front lines, and Exorcism sitting behind the Bristle to take Roshan, to take towers.
A bunch of Plague Wards posted up the whole time.
It's like, what used to be this like death ball, like these green lineups with all these heroes you don't want to fight into. Lots of heals, lots of sustain. If you're going to see some like Veno with some mech pipe, maybe even. Very hard to fight into, but at the same time, it doesn't scale well. So if Secret can kind of weather the storm or just win the lanes, I think this game can go well for them.
Yeah, if they can get a good like anti-push core, that would be good. I don't think they need to worry about break. Maybe Bloodseeker wouldn't be bad.
Pain?
Choose
So it
your
will be a
hero,
Matu
my
Monkey King,
good
Nisha Queen of
friend.
Pain, most likely.
Yep.
You never truly know until the heroes are picked.
Yeah. It will be Leo style Death Prophet mid.
Yeah, looks like no surprises in terms of who is playing what on either side. It's a very different draft, guys, from what we were expecting to see coming out from Thunder Predator. Is that something that excites you or worries you at this point?
I'm curious. I'm not worried just yet. I think they took basically this game into their own hands. They're saying we have this strat that we believe in. It's not something they haven't shown. If anything, I think for fans that's maybe a good sign. They save something here for the playoffs to take on Team Secret, or they plan something overnight like this mid game push strat,
10
Bristleback plus
seconds
Death
remaining.
Prophet plus Veno cores. This is how we can beat Secret by doing something they weren't
5
expected. Also,
seconds remaining.
perhaps a good sign.
Is it good enough for you to go their way?
Not for game one. Not for game one. I think I really like what Secret did, especially the last pick, Quap. It's a hero that doesn't care about Veno, the slows. It can pick off the backline supports. It can basically delay that push really well. So for me, Team Secret has game one.
I will go before Tsunami. I think it's the first game of the tournament. Secret. I've listed Secret as the winner of it. I can't go against them just because the rest of their region fell down flat. How about you, Tsunami?
I'm that one dude at TI8 who predicted the underdog to
Yes.
go all the way to the top.
Did you?
No. But for this game, I will. Give me Thunder Predator for game number 1.
I appreciate that. So for them to do well, we already mentioned it a little bit, but laning stage, if they are at least getting the stacks going and not getting behind, they're good.
Yeah, my biggest question mark is the Venomancer. If Venomancer doesn't get completely obliterated, then I think they're in good shape.
Okay. Let's see let's hear what ODPixel and Lacoste are thinking about that. What about you, Lacoste? Do you like the Bristle Collar coming out from Thunder Predator?
Yeah, no, it's a nasty combo, and they have a Venomancer. Like, these heroes are really disgusting to play into. I think they could potentially, have the momentum. They have a bit more early-oriented draft, a lot of pressure on Team Secret to try to survive through that.
And Owen, I know that you're one of the few people that did not even have in the top 3, I believe.
I had them a second. I had them a
sorry,
second. But I think in this one, I've got to say that I'm on sort of the side of Thunder Predator with this. I think their momentum coming in.
You had them in second because Thunder Predator was first, right, Owen?
Sure. Well, I certainly would put them there now after what we're seeing in the group stages and their run so far. And I think that run so far is going to just give them some fantastic momentum coming into this. And I'm very impressed by the fact that they are bringing in something a little different. Because Secret, of course, they would have been watching all of the Thunder Predator games, trying to learn from them. And Thunder Predator's just coming out showing us that they've got something else that Secret might not be quite ready for.
Well, let's see if that is going to work out for them and head over for the first game of this Best of 3 series to the game. Odipixel, Lacoste, it's all you.
Thank you very much, Steve. Yes, game 1 between Thunder Predator and Secret. I mean, we've seen Thunder Predator already deal with pretty much all the other teams that they've had to go against so far. And of course, the EU teams, they were easy. They 2-0'd Liquid, they 2-0'd Alliance. Now they're going to get the chance to show what they can pull out against the real
test, you know. How good of a Team Secret is. Maybe the European citizens, European fans were all delusional through the last year. You know, just playing inside the region. We're like, yeah, this is the strongest region, but let's see what happens here. You know, this is also the true test for Team Secret.
I think it really is. I'll be honest, for Secret, I'm sure they were very pleased with this matchup. You know, watching the Dota that was coming out so far, no doubt at all that if Secret wanted to be tested, you're choosing Thunder Predator. And the RNG pays out, they get to place them.
They look super strong. You know, this is the team that has been a bit innovative with their picks, but they also have some like standard stuff that they like to play. I don't believe they played Keeper of the Light at all, so they need to be careful about that. This is the hero that could easily pop off in the laning stage. Like this lineup, if they get a good start, they have a ton of tower damage coming up from the Venomancer, coming up from the Dead Prophet, like Bristleback, one of the better heroes in the game for Snowball. Also, the Roche potential is there. Team Secret, they need to be careful.
Yeah. See how they handle the lane setups. I mean, and overall, do you sort of prefer the Thunder Predator draft? I mean, how do you feel about this? Do you look at any sort of these core heroes and say this core's going to be able to take over the game?
Top lane. That's going to be the first blood. One more hit. Yapster will get it. He did not want to, you know, take it away from a Tumba man. Usually Yapster is the one KSing, especially when he's playing that Rubik, but this time around did not want to, but was forced to get that first blood. On the bottom lane, Zai, like, it's going to be a tough one for him. If they decide to keep this tri lane, they wanted to dodge the Venomancer with the Monkey King, which is really nice. You want your carry to have a good spot. You asked me about the preferred track. I'm still leaning a bit more towards the Team Secret draft because they don't have enough, like for Queen of Pain, a Monkey, if they keep it this way, should have a decent time. Bottom lane.
Zai. He's going to try and push the back, but he's trapped in with the Bishop. The Predator. Get themselves a kill down on the bottom half. Get some pressure on the tower as well with the creep wave coming in.
That tower, you know, is this 2011, 2012, just go in 2 waves into the tower, Frank pulling the creep wave back. Like, this is some serious damage. This is 700 damage 2 minutes in.
It's insane. I mean, and, you know, Zai, I'm sure he's not sort of used to that early aggression coming in on him.
MJG top will drop once again. Maybe even Bristleback. Nah, they did not want to go for it. Tag team, one of the best abilities to have in tri-lane. The more, the merrier. Thunder Predator, they needed to block this big camp because Puppy will be able to take the big creep either with the Centaurs or try to body block it. Once Tusk gets to level 2, it becomes so much harder. Like, he can choose, do I need a snowball, do I need the shards? Probably going to be the shards, and with the tag team, like, they're just destroying this top lane.
This top lane is getting messy for Thunder Predator. Secret, this tri-lane just rolling over them.
Team Secret is like, guys, you know, we've been sacrificing Zai for such a long time. Do you think we care one more game? Because he will get the farm eventually. Like, lane is pushing in. He's trying to get the pull on the bottom at the top lane again. MJZ.
That's another one. Manless strikes down. MJZ, he's gone.
Surprised it didn't actually pull off the Shaker to the top a bit earlier, considering that they want to keep this trial and just leave Venomancer against the Mars. Because Mars, you know, he can't really threaten a kill on the Venomancer. Venomancer will still get the farms. I would get more, but this top lane, it's just a disaster right now.
MNC get caught out by the shards, having to take the long way round. There's just so much damage, and MNC, he is completely out of regen.
I think they could have gotten that kill. Yapster had a couple of magic stick charges, had a tag team ready, few heroes attacking. If they went into the tower, like, pretty sure MNC would die. They can go in again.
Nice. It's just been kept so incredibly low. Yapzor, he's got the shards ready. Out they go. They won't look to die. Bottom lane, Zai will go down again. Frank and Moose get the job done. Second time down.
Mid lane, pretty even. 13 CS. You always have that blink to get rid of the Spirit Siphon. Yapzor will check the runes. Has a Fluffy Hat. Going into Falcon Blade, I've seen like different builds on Tusk, but having the Orb of Corrosion Falcon Blade feels really good. Regeneration, he tried to actually cancel it, but Leo Style needs to be careful. Queen of Pain could potentially go back, has that bottle as well.
We'll see Moose sitting by Leo Style's side, just in case Nisha does try and get in aggressive. In the top lane, it started to break up a bit now. Minos doesn't.
It's a bit
really want to go back there.
Shaker to move to the top lane right now because Zai, he died twice. He pulled the lane. He's sitting at the 7 CS. Nothing too serious, but he will get the levels. That's what matters, and it's important that the top lane is doing well. Tusk needs one more level. I've seen Tusk, getting 1-1-1 build, which I really like. It's a lot of mana, but with the Bristleback, with a tri-lane, you're gonna get the sticks and possibly have the mana for it. Nisha. He's fine.
Leo still has to be a little cautious there with the bottle charges coming in. Nisha might see a chance to jump back in on it. Top lane. There's the Fisher block off onto Yapzor. Just the two of them here. They can't really fight. They've got to be a bit careful. Moose wanted to go down for the bounty room, but of course his own Fisher stopped him from being able to get down. Trapped in the shards. As Yapzor Matu turns towards him. The Jingu's build up as Bound the Strike comes crashing down onto Moose. Moose, he's still running though, Matu.
But he'll still get it.
He should do.
Yeah,
there it is.
Fine. And they get the kill. Puppy. Did Puppy just solo kill Bristleback? I believe he did.
When it wasn't Nisha there as well, surely? Maybe not, actually. Did he?
No, Nisha's level 5.
Yeah, you're right. Okay. I mean, Minos, he must have been farming on low HP. He was sort of relying on the Ring of Regen, I believe, to help him whilst he was just sitting in the jungle. And yeah, Puppy's just able to walk in and kill him.
Because they were trying, Bristleback Coddle, it's a strong combination. You get the Bristle off to a good start, which he didn't really get. And then Keeper of the Light keeps stacking the jungle, one of the better heroes to stack with. But there are no stacks right now for Bristleback, so he's not going to be able to stumble Matu. He's jumping in.
See bottom lane. Minos heads down to get the kill onto Zai. Top. It's another kill for Matu. It's 4-0-2 so far on the Monkey King. Pretty explosive start for him. Yapzor. The Duke's here. Will dodge the Crypt Swarm.
He has the stick. He can also snowball to the mid lane if needed, but the Ghost will actually get him. Queen of Pain picking up the Invis rune. They also need to be careful about diving the tower, possibly to the bottom lane. Like once Nisha gets that level 6, still saving a point, but there's always going to be that threat of Queen of Pain TP rotating to the one lane. They already have 3 heroes there. Puppy also back to the bottom lane.
More TP's coming in from Secret down bottom, as they are going to be ready to try and fight Thunder Predator. The Predator starting to step away, but Thunder Predator, they've got the 4 of them here.
Much appreciated.
Minos, not quite in fighting shape though. Low on the mana. But we have to rectify that shortly. Still, just trying to find some sort of safe space for Minos to catch up in far.
Problem is they have no stacks. Bristleback only level 4. Top lane is pretty free farm for Matu. Queen of Pain doing toe-to-toe with the Dead Prophet. She has a bit more denies actually. 10, not too bad, but in terms of net worth, how are we sitting at? Yeah, exact same.
Down bottom. On the hunt for Frank. They've got him in the arena. Capture inside. Catch him. Nothing Moose could do. Let's save his friend.
Yeah, this is the classic Zai. You might try to ruin his lane. He will still be able to make a comeback going into Hood, which I really like. A lot of magical damage coming up from the Venomancer, Shaker, Keeper of the Light, Queen of Pain. She's still not ready to fight. Half HP, no mana whatsoever. Maybe if she gets blessed by some rune. Deep Observer Ward placed by Thunder Predator, so they can see any kind of rotation coming to help out the bottom lane to see if there's any stacks in that part of the map. Team Secret, they're not stacking. They have 1 stack when Yapzor was trying to go for the 4-minute rune, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, one of those games where already a lot of focus has just been on making sure that Thunder Predator don't get away with the aggression. Sure, earlier they were killing Zai, but now we're seeing Secret, the support of P and Yapzor making sure that they're always in position. Stop Thunder Predator getting away with much more right now, as to 8 minutes in. Secret getting quite an early lead here with a 3K jump up.
Matu using ulti on the top lane. Not close. Like Veno still has a bit of sticks.
See over towards mid. Nisha still get to skill the Sonic Wave. About to hit level 8.
Yeah, you can't miss your ulti if you don't skill it.
That is true.
That's how I think.
He's got it now. If they can try and set something up as top moves. The catch onto Yapsor, but not too fast. TP's already coming up from Secret. Matsu now backed up by both of his supports.
Dire's bottom tower
So getting a lot of space at that bottom. After the first few kills that Thunder Predator were able to get on him, Zai beginning to catch right back up.
Team Secret is just getting too much out of the map. Pretty much everyone from Thunder Predator are jungling or farming only the creeps when the creeps come at their tower. Frank, only level 1 Plague Ward, so that's not too good to defend the towers with. It's pretty much the free gold. Monkey King was thinking about getting the Battle Fury. Goes into Hand of Midas. This is your favorite item, Owen. What do you think about it?
I mean, Matu feels that he's having a pretty smooth start. He certainly is in 4-0-2. Arena Toby dropped down. Not going to get a kill because of that. Zai not quite able to get the catch. That will be able to force him away from the 2 bounces. But yeah, now Matu's going to get a solid time with the amount of space and the way the Secret have been able to set up his early game.
Got it.
Bristleback finally has a real item. He has that hood, so that's gonna be a bit more tanky. They have heroes to deal with the Bristleback. They have Monkey King. They have pure damage coming up from Enchantress Impetus, and most importantly, Tag Team. Like this is the ability that pretty much destroys all the tanky heroes. Like you think about the Tide Hunter, you think about the Timber Saw, you need to be very careful. Smoke rotation to the top lane. Zai does not have the ulti, but him and Yapsor are trying to make stuff happen. Yapsor on level 4 is bringing a book to himself, which will bring him to level 6.
Radiant's bottom tower is being subjected to extreme violent structures,
Thunder Predator.
fortified. Dire's top tower is under attack.
Pretty safe position though right now.
Radiant's
Backing up
bottom
Enos. Space is made for him to take the tower.
tower has fallen. Seems Dire's top tower is
Take
under
their place
attack.
inside Secret's jungle. The Secret
Must I repeat
waiting around the
myself?
mid tower. Stinger shows themselves here on the
Dire's top
defensive
tower
from
is
Thunder
being
Predator.
attacked like nobody's business.
KZ
has fallen.
Leo style around right now.
A bit limited on the tower damage, so they can't really just go in and force a fight near the tower. Or Nisha.
Oh,
What? Just sitting there.
I mean, he knew he couldn't run right.
Yeah, no
There's a
TP.
There's a haste win on the quad. He just accepted his fate. Just tried to do as much damage as he could.
ever been cause for celebration?
Oh, and I do that. I like this. This is the full grief from Matu. This is the dream build.
This is it.
Midas, Battle Fury. He's
No
gonna go.
boots of travel though.
Yeah, that's a bit of a letdown. At the least, I can still expect the Ags after the Battle Fury. I mean, Matu knows. With this sort of start, if he can get away with this build-up, and you know, 12 minutes in, he already is getting away with it. He is going to be insanely fun.
Yeah, before the game, he was like, man, I have to watch OD's Dota buff to see what build he goes for, and now he's copying it. Yeah,
it's beautiful. Don't make any more money with anything else than these 2 items.
Earthshaker not even close to the Blink Dagger. No mana boots. Has extra, Tainted Book. That's going to give him some mana. Definitely needs to find some farm on the map for himself. Team Secret still trying on the mid lane. As I've said, like they can't really go in and take the towers. They can try to choke them out of the map, invade their triangle, but they don't have enough to just go on the towers. Floppy Cat bought by Enchantress as well, plus a cloak. Like this is a kind of a standard Floppy build where he wants to be as tanky as possible on his position 5 Enchantress.
That's certainly working so far. Yet to die this game, Puppy. 3-0-5. Sons of Predator just haven't really been able to make too many moves after that rough start at the top lane.
They have some nice ancient stacks on Thunder Predator, so they're trying to clear that. Maybe it would be better like if Bristleback gets those stacks, because they need the items on him. Venomancer is, the one you can sacrifice. He's going for the Spirit Vessel, which is going to be great against the Monkey King. Like just overtime damage and combined with his abilities feels really but they first need to get a kill.
This sort of passiveness continues.
Sorry, I just noticed that
this
Dire's
game's going to get
bottom tower
very
is under
difficult
attack.
for Thunder Predator. And Matsu, he's already so far ahead, 3.5k ahead of anyone else
I don't
on the
mean to
side of
be
Thunder Predator.
alarmist, but Dire's bottom
They've
tower
got to do
is
something, Thunder
currently
Predator.
fortified.
Waiting around against this lineup of Secret, it shouldn't end well for them with the items that Matsu's
Yeah,
got.
Matu is like, you know, they can't pressure us. I'm gonna go full greed, get the most out of it. He's level 11, you know, about to hit level 12. Compared to like Bristleback, who just got level 10. There's a huge difference. He's staying 2.5k gold ahead of him.
That man's a Minos. Taking a bit of a walk around here. And they're ready and waiting for it. Minos, of course, already massively struggling to keep up with the farmer, but Timberman now just gone and given his life to him as well. As Matsu be propelled even further ahead of him.
The problem is Venomancer is the hero that wants to snowball from the lane, like just move around with the team, take the towers. Considering that they're 7k gold down, like they can't afford to do that. You also have kind of a static position 5. He's also the hero that can't make any aggressive moves, so like Earthshaker needs to be that. Echo Slam does not want to pop in the arena.
Hit the jump. Straight away, they get themselves immediately on top of Leo Style. He's gone. And by the look of it, moves. He's going to attempt for a TP out. And Yapsol's in with a punch to put a stop to his escape. 2 more kills for Secret. The struggles really are there here for Thunder Predator. This is looking to be a very, very tough one.
Coming in, they want to see if there are any stacks, because there is a huge stack right now. MNZ, he needs to be a bit careful. You know,
Oh, yeah, Secret gets
he's
this.
tanky, but he's not that tanky, especially if there's a Tusk with the tag team around. Queen of Pain, Orchid.
Straight in onto the back lines. MJZ gets taken down. Minos
I just noticed that Dire's
trying to look at the silence. Do they have the damage? They don't.
only level
Should
1.
not quite inside. Strong the TPR moves. They'll put a stop to it. One managed to catch back Nisha. As Nisha is caught out by the Gale, they take down the clock. But finally, Thunder Predator able to get a good kill with that the space for Minos to farm up his ancient staff.
They can secure Bristleback's farm near the Ancients. Moose also needs to get a lane for himself to farm up that Windtagger, and then he got the kill on the Queen of Pain. Monkey King, Battle Fury done, just needs to use the Courier. It's a Battle Fury minus phase boot 16 minutes going into
and double
Aghanim.
Venom. I mean,
Yeah, not just Venom, full Corrosion.
Yeah. And the Ags, yeah. Midas Battle Fury Ags. This is the good stuff here from Matt.
10,000 net worth, 16 minutes in.
On moves. He's trapped in with Yapsel.
I never pull my punches.
And the Predator, what's the plan going to be? How are they going to deal with this Monkey King?
Oh, he's going in. Like, they're going Roche, I think. With the double damage, Mars can tank it. They have more Enchantress. Like, he has a point in Untouchable.
And there's no blink on moves, no Echo Slam for 70 seconds. Secret not feeling that there's going to be any threat coming from Thunder Predator. They have any sort of way of jumping in? They don't have any of these sort of mobile
They
heroes.
know they're in.
Zip in.
Scan connected. He broke the light using the blast. This could be a lot of damage.
They can't go for this. This is going to be way too risky, Thunder Predator. I'm going to try and at least take the kill on Roche. They won't get it. Secret have no trouble picking up the kill, picking up the Aegis on Matsu.
This is pretty big. Like, this is the Team Secret, you know, understanding what their heroes can do. They're also stealing the Roshan from Dead Prophet and Bristleback lineup, which is a pretty big deal. Bristle finishes the Vanguard, going into some more status resistance. Sanj, like, he's never gonna feel comfortable just going in, because they have like so many tools that they can like kite him with. They have maneuverable heroes. There's gonna be the Snowball. Slow's coming out from the Shadow Strike. He goes in, gets speared back.
I mean, what's the move? What's the recovery plan here for Thunder Predator? But when you sort of look at their heroes, what can they try and play towards or itemize towards?
Their late game is very weak compared to Team Secret, so they need to start making some action. I guess what they're waiting for is Blink Dagger on Earthshaker. Echo Slam is up again. He needs to kill 2 creeps, has a Philosopher's Stone, so that's going to help out as well. They need to be taking the fights. Like, late game just belongs to Team Secret.
Just having to be so careful when they try and move away from their towers, Thunder Predator. Secret with so much kill threat. Even in a game where, for the most part, Matsu's playing away from the rest of the squad, it's sort of just a 4 of Secret that are enough to scare Thunder Predator. Moose does have the smoke and the blink. They can get some sort of big jump with this.
Meanwhile, bottom lane, Minos, he looks pretty dead.
And 3 heroes going in on him.
Oh, the shard.
Ooh, doesn't trap him. Minos, he's going to be able to walk away, and that's actually going to allow him to get back to safety. The rest of Thunder Predator are coming down with the remainder of this smoke. Leo Style on the puppy, pop the glimmer. CMJZ bringing in Frank. The fairless strike from Matsu comes down onto Leo Style. Matsu, he's trying to get the ult going for the silence strike to Matsu. Matsu, he's going to go down the once. Have a kill off Monkey King one time. Can they do it a second time? He knows Leo Style moves, looking to surround him. The fish around, jump off for each of the arenas down. Sonic Wave puts them off the side, but Matsu's gone. They take him down once again. Thunder Predator now turns towards Nisha. The silence out as well as the crit swap. Leo Style gets the double. Now, over the side.
Gold Scepter, they're going to get in as well. Lucky. Another Glimmer Cape.
He can't do anything to save him. Zai also to fall here. Slowly but surely to the Plague Wards. Thunder Predator. They make the move happen, and an excellent fight considering Secret. They were the ones with the Aegis. It didn't matter. Thunder Predator able to take him down twice.
One small mistake, those ice shards blocking off the rest of the team, so they couldn't get close to the Bristleback and gave them enough time to actually connect. Oh man, if that was my pop, that's an Overwatch case for sure.
Here we have it
again. Like if they isolate the Monkey Good, Fisher, and Thunder Predator, they can fight again. They're not going to have extra setup for 70 seconds, but there is still Echo Slam. It's also level 2, so 20 seconds less cooldown. They can keep fighting. They also have the Spirit Vessel on the Monkey King. Monkey went for a greedy build, It doesn't get more greedier than this, going into Aghanim Scepter, but he will definitely need a BKB to stand his ground.
Absolutely. No, that's
against
sort of
the Venomancer, you just get kited so much.
That's kind of what happens when you go Mighty Battle Fury, turn up to fights like that. It's always going to be a little bit risky for Matsu at the moment. His arms may speed up your farm, but they don't do much for you when Thunder Predator's on top of you.
Radiant's bottom tower is being
trying to hold your tier 1 mid side. Looking to get in position, but a good silence from Leo Style. Top side from Minos. Get the spear back on Minos. Minos still pushing on. The rest of Thunder Predator hiding behind him. Moves, smoked in position. Does have the level 2 Echo. Good to go. Matsu going to start the defense here onto Minos. All 4 from Yapsor. Secret are being careful about this. They know the Thunder Predator wants to fight here. Fisher able to block him off. Moves, jumps in. Yapsor will push his way over with the shard, but it'll still go down. Leo Style having the damage with the Siphon.
That's an experienced Tusk player right there. Knowing that move, but still too much slow. Like Bristleback with the goo and Venomancer slows are going to be disgusting. They're going to need the BKBs. King of Pain working towards 1, just needs 600 gold to finish it off. Monkey, he's committing, getting that Aghanim Scepter, and after that, he definitely needs to get a BKB.
These are some big moves from Thunder Predator. Still down the 8k. But the way that they've been able to take both of these fights, as you can see, is just slowed down the growth of Secret's lead. And in terms of the XP, the real value there of killing such leveled heroes, really, especially like Matumbaman, because of that acceleration with how well he has been farming. When they do take him down, you'll see big swings in the XP.
Yeah, he's high level. He's level 18. Most importantly for Thunder Predator, Bristleback managed to actually get back into the game, only staying 3,000 gold behind this Monkey King, but you can feel him right now dealing the damage. SNY, a bit of a status resistance, amplifying that lifesteal and the HP regen.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
Bottom lane, this move from Thunder Predator. Who are they going to be able to find? Zai? Just in time. Gonna quite get vision of him. Zai will escape. Nisha
bottom tower
and hidden in the trees. 200 gold off the BKB. Courier spots him out. No, not. They're gonna pass him over. Might be aware of Nisha's positioning.
That's BKB done. On Nisha, well, TP back to base. We still haven't seen like big echo slams. There was one slam on Queen of Pain to just get her killed. To
Dire's
cancel
top
the
tower
TP.
is under attack.
But after the Blink Dagger,
Must
like we
I
couldn't
repeat
find
myself?
any openings. Sometimes it's, you know, even better to not use Echo Slam if it's not really not needed to have it for the second fight. Also not going for the shard. Aghanim shard before was an S tier shard. Right now it kind of feels meh.
Yeah, the 4-star is going to be a lot of value here.
Yeah, especially against the Tusk. And Wukong's command, you want to push people out of it.
We're going to have, of course, Force as well, being picked up by Franks. So,
A lot of value coming out from that item in this game.
but the Predator, they're going to see Secret coming up. They're half the map up top, and they want to do something about it. Secret, they have the four of them here moves. He's going to open things up straight away with the Echo Slam. He jumps in onto Matumba Man. They've got the silence follow. Leo Styles in with the exorcism. The damage, is it going to be quite there? The Zai Spear will push back. Leo Styles away from Matumba Man, and Zai
You can jump
keep him
on the
alive.
trees.
They'll turn around with a punch up onto Moose. They bring him down over to the side. Nisha, nuke down Frank with the Sonic Wave. Nisha has now been chosen. Has to put the BKB to jump up to the high ground. Yapsor will catch MJZ with the Ice Shard. Goes down a minute. Minos, if they got enough damage for Nisha, another blink out. Silence up in a second. Close the gap on this.
We got it. Silence. Perfect timing. That was such nicely done by Leo Style. Like, this hero is extremely fast. He even has the phase boots on the hero. This is what allowed him to actually close the gap. Force Staff by Puppey. Puppey's extremely farmed as a position 5. Like, he always finds a farm, one of the greediest ones. He has a Glimmer Cape and the Force Staff. But overall, like, if Thunder Predator managed to kill the Monkey King,
That was so close.
That would be pretty big.
That was, I mean, without that spear from Zai, Matu would have been dead for sure. He's in the mid lane. Minos feeling pretty strong. He's just running down the lane at the two of them seem to be 4. Matu's waiting up in the trees, but the arena it's actually going to knock down his trees. As Matu will still manage to live. He's going to be fine. A bit of a miss with combo there. Zai's obviously got to be careful with the arena.
Frogs in the chat. OS Frog, this Bristleback is so damn now, especially with the Keeper of the Light. You know,
Yeah.
giving him constant mana. You can see Team Secret kind of hesitating. Do we go in? Matumba Man, Wukong's command multiple times cancel. Like, do I need to use it? Maybe we have enough. Sometimes it's really hard to have a read on heroes like Bristleback, how much you need to kill him. Same goes for the Timber Song.
I mean, can they kill him at all? I mean, at this stage, you know, is it going to be at the point soon where Matu has to get a Silver Edge?
Matu's going Scotty. Like, Scotty cripples all the healing from the Death Prophet. Might still need to get a BKB. Like, he's tanky, you know, also. But the Venomancer could just cripple him. One Gale, they go on him with the Death Prophet ulti. There is one save, you know, coming up from the Snowball. Maybe they think Puppey, he's itemizing for those saving abilities. We have a Glimmer Cape, we have a Force Staff. Maybe that's going to be enough. 2 Raindrops and Raindrop and the Fairy Fire.
I have to say that this is impressive stuff from Thunder Predators. I mean, with the positioning and the way the Secrets have to sort of pull back, they're not playing like a team that's down 10k net worth. You really don't feel that in the way that Thunder Predators still have got assert dominance.
Right now, making the moves across the map. They're going inside the pit. They have more than enough Radiant using the scan. They know something is up. They just don't have enough time to actually react to this. Frank, with the minus armor coming out from Medallion, going into Solar Crest. Venomancer is the hero that can build pretty much any item in the game. And you know what's going to feel good?
This is huge stuff from Thunder Predator.
Magnificent creature did not
Dire's
suffer
bottom tower
overmuch.
is
Now
under
swinging back over to mid, and it really is Secret there having to be so cautious despite having sort of an ultimate or so ahead on that Man.
I don't mean to be alarmist, but
Thunder Predator.
Dire's bottom tower is
Both Leo
under
style
attack.
and Minos really catching up.
I like what Yaptor is doing. Maybe we can't kill Bristleback, but we can kick him out of the fight. I just hope that's not going to be like we're going to kick people out of the arena, kick people out of Wukong's command type of a thing.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Gotta watch out for those
Not in a
anti-combos.
good way.
We've already seen it a little bit between the arena and the trees that Matu's trying to stand on.
Sorry, I just noticed that Dire's bottom tower is under Radiant's middle
And the
tower.
Predator then, they're putting pressure onto both of the tier 2s. They're pushing down top, they're pushing down mid. Secret's just kind of letting them do this. As the top tier 2 got Thunder Predator, they're going to try and press the high ground. They got the Exorcism out. Secret's going to have to come back and do something about this. Thunder Predator, they're doing the damage.
They have the catapult on top of that. Venno starting to put down some wards. Smoke in the back line.
Under attack.
Slowly but surely taking this tier 3 tower. Side's going to jump in with the spear. Won't be able to latch it onto him. Minos, it's not going to get stunned. Stand his ground, keep on pushing on. Of course, he's got that Aegis, and that's not even going to be threatened if they can even take him down at once, but he's so beefy.
That's a tier 3 tower already gone. They're going for the range barracks.
They'll get the spear off onto Leo's down. See if they can blow him down. Sunwing can't get it off. He's down. They're able to put a stop to the siege here for Thunder Predators. They take out the DP. Can they get more from this side? Drive with the center, moves, jumps over the Echo Stab, focusing on the line, but Matthew's going to be fine. Matthew forced into the action. Balance strike down onto Moose, over to Frank. Secret, they'll push back Thunder Predator. Matthew will chase over towards MJZ. The cottle will fall. Minos the only one able to get out of there. They got the tier 3.
That was such a great arena coming out from Mars there. Zai on point. Like, the spear did not connect on the Bristleback, but yeah, Bristle, he needs to be up front. Like, he's super tanky. He still has that Aegis for the next 2.5 minutes. Rest of the team, like, not the best execution there. Like, they got the tower. They dealt some damage on the range barracks, but Earthshaker, like, they needed to save the Death Prophet there. Death Prophet is relatively tanky, but they need to use something to just save her. You know, and anything like a Fisher. So if she managed to get the G's off, I think it's a different fight. You know, using the Spirit Siphon, the BKB, possibly Yield Scepter after that. But they managed to bring her down from 100 to 0, which is a pretty big deal. And yeah, big W for Team Secret.
Excellent.
They're able to hold. I mean, it was very close to Leo Star maybe being able to survive because the Exorcism heal was coming back in at the same time that they went on him. Just too much overpowering damage from Secret. They will hold now. Jump right up
they
to
need to go in again. They still have Aegis. I feel Thunder Predator should be taking another fight. We can see throwing on a minimap. They want to go from the top. There is no tier 3 tower. Exorcism will be level 3 after this creep wave, so extra 8 ghosts on top of that.
Zai aware that
Matu
heading
is
over.
so farmed. Like, Matu is insanely farmed. This Scotty is going to cripple the Bristleback, the Death Prophet, like all the healing pretty much. This is one of the best items you can get against the Bristleback, and he still has 3,000 gold in the bank.
Very close to having that next sign. BKB if he wishes. Leo Star. He's got Exorcism ready to go, level 18. Have that stronger siege potential. See how much more they can get done with the remaining minutes of the Aegis. Minos starts to poke in mid.
Zai has Spider Legs, so that's going to be like an easy way to go in and set things up, possibly with the Spear back. Thunder Predator, they're in. Solar Crest now on the Venomancer, range barracks gone.
Bit of the melee racks. See what Secret can do to stop this. Minos. Trying to stack up the goo. Prepare Secret for the fight. They do try and bring it to him. And he's getting away with just take this melee rack. They'll jump in with the spear. Get him straight pretty deep with the kickback as well. He's right in the base. Combo we were talking about. So they can blow him up here as Minos. He is going to go down the one. He's going to be back for round two on the back line. Nietzsche comes in with the Sonic Wave. He's blown up Moose.
That's a BD quad.
Minos is going to have to make his way around the Ice Shard. Coming down with the Boundless Strike. Yaxor.
Kick it to the founder. Let's go.
Minos ready. See if they can quite finish him. They're going to be able to kick Frank straight in. As Minos, he can't get out of this. The arena's trapping him in with the extra damage from the tag team. They'll bring him down. Meanwhile, though, Leo Star was able to focus the objectives. They lose 4, but they do get the melee racks, and they do get Nisha. Nisha out of the game for 70. So objective is taken, and unlikely that Secret's going to be able to do too much whilst Thunder Predator have 4 heroes dead.
They got the barracks. They are on the timer here. Their heroes are going to start falling off. But Queen of Pain, yeah, he goes in, cleans up one hero, goes for the second, and then Dead Prophet just instantly kills her. They still get the barracks, but yeah, Thunder Predator, they need to keep fighting. Once they're all up,
you want to
try to go in again. Exactly.
Just a repeat of this down the mid, which is going to be a little harder next time because they obviously lost the Aegis. To wait 2 minutes. They want to try and go for it again with that. Leo Star will continue to further tank up. The Shiva's Guard done. We did see as well from Matu's decision not wanting to get the BKB the initially.
Yeah, this kind of reminds me of Ame from the first day. You know, he was like, I'm refusing to buy a BKB. I can, you know, win a game without getting a BKB. I will get an Abyssal Blade instead.
And
I might get it as a 6th item.
I mean, we'll see. We'll see. I mean, Matu is feeling pretty good with the way that he's been able to play so far this game. He's only died the once. 7-1
I know
and 10.
why. You know, he does not want to get rid of Hand of Midas and just get that Abyssal Blade up. Wants to upgrade the Basher. He's going to feign Shiva's guard, so that's going to limit the amount of healing on the Bristleback. Extra kiting potential, the slow, minus attack speed. The Absorb going into the Blink Dagger. Like, they have these repositioning abilities. The Spear, the Kick.
There we go.
The Abyssal. But they need Earthshaker.
Look at this wraparound from Secret Side. Puppy coming in from the other side of the riverside. He's able to cut Pope. He's able to close the gap on the moves. They've got the Clipper Cape. Can they do anything to keep moves alive? Those sentries down. They see it. Moves trying to push up to the side, but straight into the wall of the arena. Moves goes down. Nisha has to blink away from Minos over in the ribbon, Leo style. Been looked towards by both Matsu and Puppy.
But he's so slow. These monkeys are actually pointers.
Silence comes out as well as the BKB. They're trying to find Matsu inside the Wukong. See if they're able to do it. The Silence bringing Matsu down. Minos trying to get back in. The Silence pushes it back. Minos up in the air. Matsu falling very low. They'll spur him back into the range of the Wukong's Kamau. Boundly strike down from the side. They bring down Minos. Frank, he's going for the TP out. He makes it away. But 3 dead on Thunder Predator. The Secret lose nothing.
What a wraparound from Team Secret. They found pretty much the best target. They go on an Earthshaker. He does not have enough money for the buyback. He invested all of his gold, which I think is kind of a mistake. Yeah, you know, Force Staff is good. Going for that Glimmer Cape or Shadowblade. Not sure where his career is. No, it's just an amulet.
For celebration?
So it's a lot of investment. If he didn't buy that, he would have enough money for the buyback, potentially come back to the fight. And you can see, like, these monkeys from Active Scepter, they're doing so much work. That Prophet was almost not moving at all.
Yeah, this Scardy debuff really messing with some of the potential for Thunder Predator's cause to stay alive. 20 seconds without Leo Style and Minos on this defense.
And also the fact that he has Paladin Sword on the Mountain King, of course. Gaben is watching, you know, pressing the buttons from his office in Seattle.
A lot of heals. Zai. Trying to get it pretty deep here, see if he can get the grab onto MJZ.
Has fallen.
Be able to, as Thunder Predator quick with the reaction. They'll take the tier 3, they won't be able to get any racks yet. As now Thunder Predator's up, Secret starting to back off, getting closer. Just under 2 minutes until the Roche. And both teams, of course, trying to be eyeing that up for sure. Minos, they want to have his AC done for the next fight if possible. Arcane Rune. He's going to jump in onto Nisha. Nisha actually popping the BKB just to be as safe as he can, knowing there's a chance of Fisher follow-up from the Abyssal.
Yapster's ready with the kick. Actually decided to go for Ether Lens. I like that. You know, it's much easier to use your abilities. Matu hit level 25, went for Wukong's additional ring, so that's going to be pretty big. Great zoning tool. Roche it actually will respawn in a minute. Matu sold the Midas, bought a BKB, 6th item.
All right, there we go. Now he's looking pretty safe.
And now you have 37-minute, 10-second BKB. Also, tier 4 items are about to drop. Minotaur Ford for Thunder Predator, Ninja Gear for Monkey. Yeah, he's not gonna keep that Paladin Sword, just too good of an item. I feel like, you know, Paladin Sword just gives a bit too much, like amplified regeneration, healing, lifesteal, and the spell lifesteal. Why not just add something else to that? Because there's nothing more to add, I guess.
They've already given so much, yeah. Absolutely, on any of these heroes with inbuilt sort of lifesteal mechanics, it's pretty insane. Smith, Zai, start things up onto Minos. The Wukong's come on, he's done it. Any way they can get him out of here, he's going to jump over to the side of the Abyssal Blade. Minos trying to run. Minotaur pump, Sonic Wave will start to push it back a bit. Minos is still alive, but the boundary strikes out. Leo Star heading in, Minos getting focused by the man. They'll lose the Bristle. Bristle's out, now Leo Star's got to be careful. He's trying to retrieve, but Matthew's chasing off. Finds a bit of time for himself with the self-fuel. Leo Star looks to turn, the Glimmer's out. Monitor, drops in with the Echo. It brings Matthew low, but it isn't enough to save the Leo Star goes down. Matthew gets the triple ultra kill, and Ultra kill as well.
KS in the end steals the rampage from the Monkey King.
no.
Matu is not happy with that. Like, Bristleback had the cheese in that fight, but the Shiva's Guard, the Scotty effect, like, it felt like he used a full magic wand rather than the cheese there.
Yeah. Yapso might have to self-cast the kick after that rampage steal. Fortunately, not possible.
Do you like pineapple on your pizza, Yapsor? They're gonna go for the high ground.
They wouldn't do
30K
anything
gold
that brave.
lead.
So
They might actually just possibly go for even tier 4 towers. See what's happening. See what happens, you know. Because they have a lot of damage. Monkey with the Aghanim Scepter is a bit too much. He can solo Roche, he can solo the barracks.
Radiant's bottom tower is under attack. Dire's middle
Indeed, at least going to have one set mid.
That seems like it might be a significant.
One they go. They are back up. They're still going to have to wait a good minute for the Exorcism or Echo Slam to be back online. Secret having a big window to take these objectives. Tier 2 that's still up top. Maybe a little bit of a saving grace here for Thunder Predator. For now, won't be megged.
Wait, what?
No pressure.
There are no more where that came from.
Will be dropped by Roshan, so they can go in. It's being pinged out. Also,
I mean, look at Thunder
Courier's got
Predator.
things out.
They're charging straight over.
Yeah, they know. Like, we need to take this fight inside the pit. If we lose the fight, we GG out.
Let's see what sort of moves they can make around this. 20 seconds until the Poison Nova. This is a 30 seconds till Exorcism, 30 seconds till the Echo Slam. I think Secret's going to be able to take Roche down a little quicker than those elements coming online.
If someone tries to go in and, like, potentially steal the Roche or anything from it, Yapso can just kick him out.
Matu, he's finishing off Roche. And he'll be able to do so without any interruptions. Over to the side, Minos trying to go for Puppy. Got the dust down onto him, but now with the Hex on Minos has got to be careful. He's caught right in the center of the Wukong's command.
There's the
Got the Minotaur trying to get out this side, off the mark with the
Keeping him
spear.
inside the Wukong.
But it's a lot of damage coming out from Matuma Man and too much for Minos to deal with as the Bristleback falls. No buyback as well for 80 seconds. Jump over from Matuma Man. They've got the beat on Moose. He'll force up to the high ground with Zai. Lays down the arena. Moose actually having to get the blink off.
Get out.
Still going to be found by the Balance Strike, and he will still fall. Matu claiming another life. Both Moose and Minos will have to watch from the sideline for just under a minute.
Yeah, no buyback on Bristleback. Like, this type of lineup from Thunder Predator, they're relying on fighting early on, getting the advantage. Did not happen in this game. Now Team Secret in full control. Like, their heroes really scaled. Queen of Pain got the level 25. Doesn't have the fear anymore. But, yeah, the spell block, I don't think there's anything to block other than the Yule Scepter.
There we go, looking to get onto the Ancient, taking down the tier 4s. Frank tries to step forward. Nisha's going to open up, but Matu jumps over straight away. Yapso is going to be able to kick him in deep. As he's separated Leo Star from the rest of his team. Leo Star put the BKBs, got the Siphon Scotland, trying to keep himself alive with burst for Sonic Wave. Switches him over to the side, he's going to put the Exorcism, but the Hex is there. He's caught the Wukong's command. Leo Star's down. Jump over from Zai Arena, over towards Frank. Frank's call. Moves it down, and GG, it's called. A Secret for the first game of themselves here at the Major. They'll turn up.
Middle tower.
And they'll certainly do it in this first game, getting an insane lead. Thunder Predator, despite being as down as far as they were in the network, they certainly gave it their all, fighting from behind.
They did.
For the majority
I
of this
love
game.
how they, you know, even though they were 10k gold down, they understand we need to fight right now. Like, we cannot allow Team Secret to farm for another. They would be able to salvage that lane, but didn't have it. Not just had all the free farm in the world.
He did, and turned into a complete beast. 20k down. If they're able to sort of tighten up the early game, not let Matu get out of control as much as he did. Certainly stand a shot here, but as it stands, first game, Secret will take the win.
Thanks so much, ODPixel and Lacrosse. Indeed, the Secret team take game number 1, but it wasn't all doom and gloom for Thunder Predator. Here to break the game down with Tsunami and with Gods. Gods, where do you want to start? You want to start with the aggressive tri-lane coming out from Team Secret?
It's a good place to start.
It is.
That's where the game just unraveled and kind of fell apart. There was a lot more that happened later on, but really clever idea from Secret to go for this tri-lane. Tusk tag team, one of the best tri-lane heroes in the game. Enchantress, we talk about a lane dominator. And I think the really important thing is the hero for Secret that had a really tough lane, Zai, was the hero that didn't need farm, didn't matter for him. And the hero on Thunder Predator, who was having a good lane, the Veno, he doesn't need farm, but he's the one here getting a good lane, and it was just a really smart way for Secret to lane this game.
Yeah, Thunder Predator tried to re-raffle. They were grabbing the fibers together whenever they were taking the stacks on Bristleback and sieging high ground with confidence. I thought after the absolute curb stomping that was the top lane, Bristleback was just going to be lost at sea, but they managed to get him on the right track. Just a little bit of lack of discipline. I know you were pointing out that Exorcism ended on their first high ground siege, or at least it had like 3 seconds left.
Oh,
they
yeah.
were still there.
And going for like a raid drag.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And part of it, I think, was the debut of the Tusk Walrus kick that was on the second siege. The first one, they just stayed too long. The second one, they were like, okay, we'll hold Exorcism this time. We'll play a little bit more conservatively. And then Zai came, speared, and Yapzor punted him into the fountain.
But they did go high ground. They were very far behind in the
twice.
net worth. And I think this game was also, sure, laning stage didn't go great, but we said after the draft, if the laning stage doesn't go great, it's over. It's done. They lost. And they didn't roll over and die.
Yeah, they didn't. I think even as they're taking racks, even though they died, even ignoring that, it still felt like they were in this really hard to win position. Like, one rack's advantage isn't a whole lot on Dota these days. But you could see how the draft was meant to work. If they didn't get crushed in the lane, they would have been taking that racks 10-15 minutes earlier. There wouldn't be an Ags on a Tusk. You don't expect that in your game plan.
Yeah, but also I don't think Matu would have gone Midas Battle Fury.
Oh, of course. Yeah, that allowed them, gave them a little wiggle room to go high ground, get that racks. But you can kind of see the idea behind what they were trying to do. But if the lanes had gone better, if Bristol had been able to snowball, they would have been able to take multiple lanes of racks, Roches, and maybe just won the game off of that. But it was a very high-risk kind of approach to this draft.
Yeah, on the other side, we were talking about what Thunder Predator had to struggle with. This was the first showing of Team Secret on the main stage, on the Singapore Major, on the international stage, since they lost to Team Nigma and Kiev LAN, I don't want to say. That was their last LAN, right?
Who's
Mad
LAN?
Moon? Team Secret.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
They lost a 5-game grand final, I believe,
the reverse sweep from Team Nigma. But they are the last major winners. They were able to come out of nowhere to have a half-a-year break and then still dominate the main stage in Leipzig at that time. And this was the first game on the main stage from them. I liked what I saw, but they weren't as dominant as what I was expecting them to be.
I don't think they needed to be. Again, Matu's build kind of leaned into, this is going great. We're going to win this anyway. Even the way that they were defending high ground, I don't think that Secret were panicking. They were like, oh, they're taking high ground. Whatever. They take a Rax. My Monkey Gang has a 10k net worth advantage. We got the Scotty, so even the Bristleback's not really going to get back into this game very easily. The Death Prophet's going to get shut down. And so I give sincere credit to Thunder Predator for not falling to pieces when things went poorly, but I don't think it's quite as competitive as Secret made it seem.
That's a very diplomatic way
of
saying Team Secret looked a step ahead. What do you think of their draft overall? In hindsight, they obviously did not really expect to be playing up against the Keeper of the Light Bristleback. They were able to make it work out.
Yeah, I think they showed, maybe this is something that regardless of what they're against, they wanted to do tri-laning against MNZ. I think that may have been in their game plan regardless, and partly why they wanted to pick up the Tusk early on. I think MNZ is, him securing his lane is such a big part of Thunder Predator's success, and I think Secret are targeting him as a player and basically understanding that maybe if we give him a bad game, Frank is not used to having the most farm and doing a whole lot with it. He's usually playing that more sacrificial role, so I think Secret are forcing Thunder Predator out of their comfort zone.
Yeah, it worked out. This game, we did see a tournament pop off But, Tsunami,
Yeah.
was that because of him? Or who do we give the MVP to? Because I believe that those were also 2 supports that were on his lane securing that far fourth.
Yeah, Enchantress Tusk.
Puppy solo killed the Bristle in the jungle.
That is...
That,
Give it a puppy.
Give it to Puppy.
Give it to
Hard
Puppy.
Hard to beat.
Enchantress v Bristle. You never see that matchup go Enchantress this way.
that's a big. Honestly, that is a big kill.
was,
Because that's
yeah.
when Bristle's like, my lane's gone terribly. I'm level 4, I think, at the time. He
Yeah.
goes jungle. He's hoping to, do some self stacks, just get a bit of catch. And Puppy just finds him, snipes him, slows him down even more.
Also, tons of Glimmer Capes also. There were so many times where
Yep.
Secret were just mere auto attacks away from dying.
Yeah.
Especially against all the magic damage. Veno was like, please let my ult kill them, or at least get close to killing them. And they were always just this close.
It's always fun watching Puppy because he's very individually skilled as well. Like, there was a cool play where his team lost a fight down the bottom river. He
stole the bounties.
glimmered through, stole one bounty. They're hunting for him. He glimmers past, steals the other bounty, and it's just like, that's such a Puppy play to me.
It's just mind games. He knows where to move and where to go at every stage of the game. A lot of fun to watch that first game, and we're gonna see the second game out of these 2 teams, perhaps even the third game out of these 2 teams. Still, before we do that though, let me just thank one of our sponsors, Logitech. Now we're going to give you a little bit more time this time around. That's a QR code. Get your phone out and scan it. I know there were some complaints last time for us not letting the QR code stay up long enough, so you got some time and you want to scan the QR code because any purchase that you make on the Logitech G Pro Series gaming gear, you get a Dota 2 pin that you can glam up, clothes, your backpack, everything fabric actually. So you should do that. And I hope that you've had enough time this time to scan that QR code. And otherwise, you just have to wait and see. There'll be more. And there's also a Twitch panel below the stream. It's just to make it a little bit easier for you. We're going to go to a quick break, but when we're back, it is more Team Secret and Thunder Pedal.